morning, you guys. Today is Friday, October 6th. Wow, change is really in the wind today. I come out now to harvest lettuce in the morning. We're finally able to harvest fresh lettuce. It only takes about a month, you guys. It's a great time to start lettuce if you haven't already, but I wanted to share a few flowers with you today. This is the Diablo Cosmos. Isn't this gorgeous? I got this from, I think this is a botanical interest. Slightly different than the bright lights. It seems to have a little bit more variegation in the leaves. I initially thought that it just might be, someone else's version of bright lights, but it's so interesting that all of the cosmos, they really do have, slightly different personalities to each other. And the differences may be very subtle, but wow, this one is really actually very, very gorgeous. I'm so happy I planted it. And just look at the colors of these volunteer petunias that we planted in another part of the garden. I think I was saying that it was like 3 years ago. They took over. We still can't really get rid of them, and I know now that we'll never ever get rid of the petunias. But we literally just yanked a few of them out as they were growing up in the spring. Farmer John said, let's see what happens. And wow, what a glorious addition to the garden they've been here in front of the greenhouse, because it's strange. They just keep changing colors. Like right now there's this vintagey pale blue shade happening. All different types of pink, and I really love the way that one looks. I don't even remember what the pack was called. But we're getting all of these gorgeous colors, and up front they've really taken over as well. Wow, look at the way the light is shining through this one here. So beautiful. I love it when the flowers have the morning dew from autumn fog early in the morning. Really gorgeous. Yeah, so the zinnia bed is a little bit of a disaster right now, but there's still butterflies here. I have several monarchs that are coming through. They're still able to feed on these zinnias, and I still have new zinnia babies popping up. So we're kind of letting them just hang on. We will be coming out and doing a big cutback though, only leaving the stems that are still producing. But we have to, make sure that when we attract the butterflies that we leave food for them, because not only is this some of the late season caterpillars, this is migratory monarchs and a few hummingbirds that are still coming through. But wow, look at this pink zinnia. Incredible. I am just so in love with the flowers this year, and I still have snapdragons coming up. These snapdragons are so incredible, and the big fat bumblebees are still coming along, and they put their bodies inside of the little snapdragon mouth. Really incredible. And look at these gorgeous late season candy floss red cosmos. These guys really took their time this year, and I planted them in haste, but what had happened was the snapdragons really took over, and I wasn't anticipating that was going to happen. So a lot of my various cosmos seed varieties that I put in kind of got overshaded, and now that the snapdragons are dying back, they're starting to pop up. So, and it's a wonderful surprise because they're so beautiful and rich in color, and they're really filling in where everything is lacking a little bit right now. So I'm really super duper happy to see these guys. These are the bright lights cosmos though. You can see the difference in them a little bit. Even though these have some variegation to the leaves, these are a little bit more orange than the Diablos. So I guess I'm getting to know the different cosmos varieties. I never imagined that I would have such an obsession with them, but clearly I get obsessed with many things, and this year flowers is one of them. But these cosmos right here, so satisfying. I just love coming out and seeing the richness of this dark fuchsia throat on this flower, and I don't know if you can see down in there, but the bees just love it, and the stamens are flowering. So they get separate little flowers inside of themselves. Here's another one. Look at this. Look at the little stamens blooming. So this is going to seed. So I'll be able to get seeds, more seeds from these. Oh, but let me tell you, I have harvested so many seeds. I have envelopes full. I could literally start my own seed company at this point, you guys. Literally. This is a blue salvia that my friend Megan gave to me. Megan, if you're watching, I wish you would comment below, because I'm not sure if you're actually seeing my videos, but your salvia is living very happily in the garden here. And something interesting that's happening is it's actually throwing off a stalk of white flowers as well, which is totally fascinating. The salvia is a beautiful color. I picked up more seeds from different vendors, and I have a red, another blue, and again, the bugs and the butterflies really, really love this. So thanks, Megan. I hope you're watching. Here's some sage that is sprouting, and why it's here is because I started it in a starter pot and it didn't take. So I thought it was just, you know, in there, and I thought, okay, I'll never see this sage. So I dumped all the random dirt from various pots that didn't come up into this area here, and don't you know, this is just from the spring. I got this big beautiful area of sage, and when I rub my hand on it, it smells like a holiday. So like a delicious dinner on an autumnal day is cooking, and maybe it's a Sunday early afternoon and you can smell everything in the kitchen, and you know, I have my apron on and there's maybe some soft jazz music playing and the birds are enjoying Farmer John being home, and there's candles burning, and then you just smell this beautiful sage, and that's how it makes me feel. I will miss this garden so much as the seasons change, and I have so much to look forward to for next year as far as the different types of flowers that we'll be planting. And this whole garden behind me here, which is mostly zinnias and snapdragons, was a total surprise. So we're getting ready. We figured out a way that we can revamp it for early blooms in the spring. So this will be undergoing some change, and I'm really looking forward to it. So very soon I'll be showing you the tear out of this and what we'll be planting now for next year. I just realized that you can hear the landscapers in the background. I'm so sorry about that. Fridays are never really peaceful days, but you know, quite frankly, the sound went away for a little while in my head because I was so involved with looking at these flowers. Something else I want to show you real quick here. I'm going to turn you around and let you have a look. These are my cucumber plants. Now, I plan on growing these in the greenhouse. I have some, I'm doing tender green again. I'm doing a telegraph cucumber, and I'm doing the burpless beauty. Now, these spots that are happening, they rapidly came down with powdery mildew, and there's still some powdery mildew on the soil. But I was able to treat the leaves with just some baking soda and water, and you can use that in a spray bottle. But I just went ahead and dabbed it on, and baking soda, you know, will cause some bleaching out, but look at the rest of the leaves. They're coming up really, really beautiful, and they're starting to get their tendrils. So these guys are going to be growing in the greenhouse. So these are the types of cucumbers that are meant to grow in greenhouses. They don't need to be pollinated. You know, I'll be better safe than sorry, and I'll probably go around and just try to pollinate them a little bit with a Q-tip or an old little tiny art paintbrush, just to make sure that they're getting what they need. But I have a feeling I might have a few cucumbers within the next month. Another strange happening with the flowers is my hibiscus plant came back to life. This is my first year with a hibiscus like this, and this round of flowers here is rather small, but oh my goodness, look inside of there. And then I got on the same plant, this was open for a little while, a beautiful Merlot shade, but it has a ton of buds on it. So I was able to harvest seed pods from this already. So I'm going to be planting hibiscus seeds all over the yard as well. They're really, really beautiful. Well, check this out, you guys. This is one of the daylilies that Farmer John split and planted right back in its normal spot. But it's throwing buds. We don't usually see buds from these this time of the year, so even though they're just stragglers, I still love seeing them. The fun never stops here as I stand here listening to the landscapers literally hacking at the other side of my vinyl fence. I so wish that I could just get away from having the neighbors' landscapers with the property damage that they do. Last week, the same company tore up our front lawn because they were turning too wide from the neighbor's side yard. Very frustrating. They put a big hole in the other side of our fence with one of their levels of equipment. So, you know, you come out and you try to be peaceful. Fridays are just never peaceful. Don't ask me why I'm out here making a video while it's all going on, but sometimes I just get so excited to show you what I'm seeing that I just, you know, I have to come out and share it with you while I can, because very shortly I'm about to get swept away into my chores. So I'm standing here looking at the sedum that is starting to bloom. There's just so much to see still. The last storm did so much damage. One of the things that it did was take down the Mexican sunflower. But the interesting thing about it is it just starts to, even though its stem is down, its blooms just upright themselves, and the butterflies are just really, really loving it. So we're just letting it hang on as is. Oh, but these cosmos have just done something to me this year. I can't even describe how it makes me feel. I am absolutely in love with it. Thornburns terracotta, I must have missed a chunk of it. It's, you know, still coming back. Black beauties are blooming as well. So this bed, I come out here in the morning and I'm like, I really don't want it to end. I just don't want it to end. But change is definitely in the wind, and tomorrow's storm, or later on today, it's supposed to start. It's supposed to be very, very nasty. So I don't know what I'll come out to tomorrow afternoon, but gosh, aren't they so fascinating? This is the seashell blend. Just incredible. I did that feature video for you a few videos ago. And these flowers are just so interesting. They just keep changing shape. And it's almost like they're floating here. They're so tall, and I love it that there's different colors. I'd like to get you to the back and show you some of the Kiro and Xanthos, because they grew absolutely gorgeous, but the mosquitoes just are not really allowing it. It's been really, really tough here for us the past few weeks. But I want to get, you know, images of all of these flowers as plentiful as I can, because I know that I'm going to go back and look at our videos and, you know, just continue to feel so awestruck that I actually had this in my life for this season, because this is just so peaceful and satisfying. Happy that just staring at it makes the sound of the landscapers go away. But look, still have some mortgage lifters that are popping up, and these plants are very, very sick from the storm. I could not get out here and get this uprighted. It took down part of the hog panel and everything. Still have some nice sized Dr. Witchies here. I think I'm gonna pull this nice tomato here today, even though it's green. I know that the rain is going to tear it up, so I may as well just get it. So look, my little French breakfast radishes are already getting eaten up, probably by the roly-polies. Something ate all of the brassica. I only have a few cabbages left, Napa cabbages, that are holding on, but they devoured everything. They also devoured a new area of lettuce that I planted, but most of the radish won't get eaten. I'll just have to cut that away, but we're really having some issue here. I don't know, I think that we may have to treat a big area with diatomaceous earth. this year, just so we don't continue running into these problems. This area here is doing better. We don't seem to have, this is all the daikon and the watermelon radish that seems to be doing much better in this raised bed. And oh, look, the different parsnips have started to germinate. So you can see I have hollow crown parsnip, they're 100 days. And the all-American parsnip, I think they're close to 100, maybe a little bit over, but happy to see these guys popping up. And I'm happy to know I'm going to have all of this daikon in the refrigerator for winter. It holds for months. So this is a big weekend for us, you guys. This whole area behind me is about to get excavated. I don't even really know how big it is. I haven't measured it yet, but we're starting that this weekend. Unfortunately, we're losing tomorrow because of the rain. So Farmer John took off Monday and Tuesday so we can work on hauling stone and getting all of the pavers in place. And it's not going to be an official, properly installed patio. It's just going to be something that we're going to add on with reclaimed pavers and more pea gravel, just so it's another destination for us to sit. But you'll want to look forward to the progress of this area and what we're actually going to do with it and see if it turns out the way we hope so. Anyway, you guys, thanks for taking a morning stroll with me. It's always so nice to see your comments, and I'm really enjoying getting to know you guys. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet and you're new here, my name is Lee. Please check us out, all of our other videos. Please subscribe to our channel. It really, really helps us. And give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. So anyway, guys, stay tuned for progress, and I'll see you guys in the next video.